We should move on to the Daily Mail. I'm not sure we have a copy there because they've got big news this morning on Declan Rice. I think you've got a copy there somewhere. Here we go.
Indeed.
Yeah, so this is the back page of the Daily Mail this morning. Jumping ship, Matt Lawton and Matt Barlow blow for Ireland as Rice look ready to declare for England. So this is relatively inevitable if you were of that disposition. I certainly was quite hopeful over the last couple of weeks. Some of the sounds from the camp, what we've been reading in the Star, like Paul Lennon saying that there was going to be talks with Rice's parents and all that sort of stuff, and that the door was still very much open, and that Declan Rice, like the idea that he was still deliberating had to be taken at face value, and I bought that, and I bought the idea that Declan Rice might well throw on an Ireland senior shirt when it comes to competitive matches in the near future. It doesn't seem that's going to happen. It seems that England have won the battle to secure the rights to Declan Rice, so a bitter blow because he's been so good over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and sure, we're just crying out for someone like that as well, in fairness. Like, I think kind of the longer those type of things goes on and the more people that get in someone's ear, particularly at his club, and his chairman came out with certain comments this year about how he could be, an English centre half in the future or whatever. The more people start talking to you, the more that starts infiltrating your mind. But I just wonder, like, how often would he play with England, if at all? Are we going to end up with a similar situation to the Jack Grealish case, where he will play never, or at the moment anyway, never, or will he get capped for England, especially with they're kind of got riches at centre half, don't they?
Yeah, like the thing is with Grealish, you do wonder if attaching himself to a club like Aston Villa, like the way they plummeted obviously out of the Premier League, that's just kind of postponed his progression to the England team just for a little while because the club form isn't going so well. Gareth Southgate doesn't need to go to a championship game to recruit players for the England squad. So, like, fair play to him for being loyal to Aston Villa is what I'd say, but I do think it's harmed his international career. With Declan Rice, I think the way West Ham are playing football, thanks to Declan Rice, they look in a very good position to stay up this year in the Premier League. I think it'd be a surprise if they got relegated at this point because they look to be trending in the right direction heavily at this point. So I think that might progress a little bit quicker from his perspective. Also as well, when you look at the depth that they have in that position, quite a specialised position, as opposed to, say, Jack Grealish, when you have, like, when he's going up against the likes of Sterling and Lingard, etc., etc. Like, for Declan Rice, he looks at Eric Dyer and is like, well, there's a little bit of a weakness there. It's not exactly England's strongest position. So there is certainly a route for Declan Rice to get into that England team if he continues to go in the direction which he is. And to be honest with you, looking at him over the last couple of weeks, that direction is going right for the sky.
Can I just ask you, like, I'm a casual soccer fan, is he that good, or are we like putting all our hopes in it and seeing every little good thing that he does?
Oh, we totally are. But like, as well as that, it seems to be an exceptionally gifted young footballer. Like, just I suppose in the context of this season, like at the start of the year, it looked like maybe Declan Rice wasn't all that, if we were to believe some of the analysis we were looking at in that West Ham midfield when he was playing alongside Jack Wilshere and Mark Noble. And then it turned out that Jack Wilshere was actually the problem. He's injured, Declan Rice is back in the team. That injury just happened to coincide with the international break, which is perfect timing for Declan Rice to go right back into the West Ham team just as he was making all the back pages here in Ireland, playing alongside Pedro Obiang and Mark Noble. He looks far better holding the midfield, and just the way he managed to marshal that midfield against Chelsea at the weekend was really bloody impressive. Although Johnny Ward was in here yesterday and he said he thought he was rubbish on Sunday, which
wouldn't be like Johnny to have an outlandish comment to make now.
To have a strange thing. But no, he was man of the match on Sunday, so he's definitely, the hype is real, I would say, about Declan Rice. But you're right, the hype, while it's real, it's just been exploded to the point where we think that he's we think he looks like the next Harry Cantona to all of us here in Ireland. So it's a shame. Like, just to specify here, Matt Lawton and Matt Barlow in that piece do say that he's yet to make a decision, but it does seem that he's leaning more towards Gareth Southgate's side at this point, which is a bit of a shame.